mission completed. Salute when you see me, I got the heart of a god and a genie. I want you to love me, I want you to need me. When I this face is Fiji. I gotta get back to the hood. I remember when I was the needy. Clean me up, squeaky. She fell in love deeply.
And we welcome all of our viewers inside a place that the folks around here like to call the Vault. And that's Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Just a few moments ago, this building was shaking as the Carolina Panthers emerged from the tunnel here in Charlotte. They are ready to go as the Panthers are set to match up with the San Francisco 49ers. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, this defense for the Panthers, they were very good last week in the win over New Orleans.
And I don't know what the actual percentages are, and I don't know the analytics when you create 5 turnovers or takeaways in a game. But coaches always say, when you create a number that high, your chances of winning probably up over 98%. I haven't seen that number quantified, but I believe him.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7.
Now Lawrence. Got a man, that's Colin Johnson. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
This is a nice job of just taking what the defense is going to give you on 3rd down. You're not looking for a big play downfield. You just want to find something that can get you past the marker. They found it and were able to keep the drive moving.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. The give is to Jones. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
They go play action with Lawrence. Open man, right side, it's Lamb.
That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches, so as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for 3rd down.
From the gun, it's Lawrence.
Takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Not the opening possession they were looking for, especially on the road.
No doubt about it, because they wanted to come out and establish a little momentum right away. But now bringing up a 4th down, an empty possession, not what they were seeking.
They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10.
They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor.
And he'll get this up to about the 40. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And he's got the first, but we also have a flag on the field. And they're already walking backwards. And this third down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. Lance now to throw. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. So the interception there. And, Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football, because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
A first down run here by Jones as he'll take it forward for a gain of about 4. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Lawrence will throw. Flushed out right. And Lawrence going to smartly hit the deck here as he is able to pick up the first down in the process.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
So 1st and goal from the 9-yard line. Now Jones. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Aaron Jones, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Niners have taken the early lead. Lutz with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it and let's go with it.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 43. On the handoff, this is Taylor. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Well, you and I, partner, we got the plum assignment this week. An unbeaten team against a one-loss team. Really not much separating these two entering play here today.
Not much at all. And I think for both coaches, they've looked at their team and said, guys, you got to know what you're getting into in this one, and you better be ready to go because you get to answer the big question.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd. So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime. From the gun, it's Lance. He's going deep for Brown. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Blake Gillikin on to punt now on 4th down. Back deep, Tariq Cohen. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. Well, not good at all. Punted just 24 yards there. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And, Charles, you look at these two teams, and these are those kind of litmus test games in the second half of the season that if you're a coach or a player, you can either really look forward to them or really dread them, depending on your point of view.
And if you're dreading them, you're not going to go very far in the playoffs. You need to look forward to these kind of games because here we've got two division leaders, both real contenders for the NFC title. And you're right, you love having easy games on your schedule, but you need some games like this to toughen you up a bit and ensure that you're ready for the shock of playoff football.
Second down, another shot for Jones. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line.
And that's a nice pickup of a 1st down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. Lawrence. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Smith. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Play action. It's Lawrence. That is caught by Lamb. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done, down to the 15 from the 21. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. A give to Jones. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter. They'll try and run for it with Jones.
So far this season, this is an offense that's proved its ability to move the football. I mean, they're in the top 5 in the NFL and picking up 1st downs, and they get the conversion here. And I think a lot of that is due to how they win on 1st and 2nd down, because that leaves them 3rd and short, 3rd and manageable. A lot easier to pick them up then, isn't it?
And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the 1st down marker. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. The offense on 3rd down today, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Flush to his right. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
Now that's disappointing for the defense. They had the advantage, had excellent coverage all over the field, but they let him get away, scramble, and pick up a 1st down and inside the 5-yard line.
Jones. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Jones again. And he's going to be shoved back short of the goal line. This Carolina defense looking to keep him out of the end zone once more. 3rd and goal. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And this time he is in. Aaron Jones with touchdown number 15 of the year and 2nd of the game. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. Lutz good on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And really, it's worth talking a little more about the stakes of this game. Currently, these are the top 2 seeds in the NFC. I think they're the 2 best teams. Would you agree?
I think you can definitely make the case that they are. And I like
thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line.
He exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And, Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Micah Parsons in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. With 3rd down coming up.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker.
And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
First and 10, Taylor now.
Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Here's Lance.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick.
And the 49ers are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Here's Lawrence.
Over the middle to Smith. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw complete there to Smith.
And he's got this down to the 35. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Lawrence. Dropped at the 35. Able to display his agility, but not much room to operate. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. To throw again on 2nd down. Lawrence. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Caleb Farley. And the Panthers are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And we'll see how aggressive they want to be in these final stages before the half. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
Here we go, set. 60 red. 60 red. Coming to you, coming to you. Like 9.
Throwing on first down is Lance. He's going to look deep for more. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Carolina. DJ Moore in the final seconds of the first half. And the Panthers are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Seconds, all that remain here in this first half as the kick gets away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with Lawrence's arm, they may give him a shot to let this thing rip downfield. We'll see. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And got his man complete. And he's going to get this deep on the Carolina side of the field. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Panthers going to get the football first, trailing here as well as we resume play in this second half. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half, so make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps, but above all, play your game.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 41 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Now Lance on the bootleg.
Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Here's 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Lance.
He's going deep for Brown. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick.
And the Niners are going to take possession here at their own 33.
The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing, they're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. Gets around him, and they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Well, CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And the Panthers are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. That catch good for only a couple.
Second and 8.
Now a give to Taylor. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
From midfield, here's Lance. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. But the passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. Try to punch it in with Taylor. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Lance looking to throw it.
A man over the middle, and it's complete. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Had a good move, but only able to work it to the 20-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety and being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5.
Here's Lance to throw it.
And he fires one, but incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been any. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well, and kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
After the field goal, here's Butker to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. On 1st down, Jones. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Lawrence to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And the ball is knocked out. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. Well, obviously, you never want to fumble, but if you do, good to be towards the sideline. It saves them the possession.
Saves the embarrassment, saves it going down on the play sheet as a turnover. But I still think it should go to the defense, even if they don't recover it. If you give up the football, you gave up the football.
Agree to disagree, I guess.
Can you tell what I played?
Yeah, you played defense.
Yeah.
I'll let you go.
I took a shot.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Jones, and able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Working with 2nd and 5 now. On play action, Lawrence.
He'll buy some time right.
He's got his tight end. It's Tommy Tremble.
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On first down, it's Jones. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Lawrence on 3rd down.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
It's Devin White, the linebacker.
There he goes, left side. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick-6 for a Panther touchdown. This game, it's been defensively oriented on both sides, so I guess it stands to reason that the play of the game comes on defense.
So it's my kind of game. You know that.
That's
Anytime
right.
we have a
That's
defensive battle, but that, as you said, it stands to reason that's the way the game tilted. Someone had to make a big play, and the way the defenses were dominating, that's exactly what we got.
So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And they have to try and move past that pick-6 because now they're dealing with a fourth-quarter deficit. And they need this drive to end in points.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Now Lawrence to throw.
Buying time to his left.
And that one's going to be off target and incomplete. We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away. And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
2nd down and 7. Again, it's Lawrence.
Escaping the pressure right.
And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. One score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he can only manage managed to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense. And they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 12. Touchdown! That's caught. A great play there. With touchdown number 20 on the year.
And the Panthers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Butker on for the PAT. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A big connection on that one. 32 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Out of the gun, it's Lawrence.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Steps away. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. And after the sack, he's still down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. The Niners on 3rd down. They've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. This will be 3rd and forever. Throw there going to be incomplete.
With the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Desperation time. Newton, 4th down. And incomplete on the deep ball. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position.
Lance now on 1st down.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
To throw again on 2nd down. Lance. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
On third down, here's Taylor. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 72 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Now Taylor. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
57's the mic. Watch 57. Come on, come on.
On 2nd down now. It's Taylor. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Play action. Now it's Lance.
And he completes it to the tight end, Knox. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Dawson Knox, his 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Panthers add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Lawrence. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack.
Now Lawrence on 3rd and long.
Jones has it. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for the Panthers, the streak lives as they move to 13-0 now on the year. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the 49ers, this could hurt.